If you can't imagine what it's like to suffer through a massive storm, listen to Nick Camerata.
The water was so high, it was up to this part of the door. I couldn't get into the door. I went around the side of the house and I stood on a box that was floating and I went through the window to get it back in the house with my family.
Taking us through his house on Staten Island, the retired UPS truck driver says he and his family scrambled to an upper floor away from water he was sure would keep rising.
Absolutely. We thought we were going to lose our lives.
Camerata, his wife, and 4 sons survived. Just about all of their first floor didn't. Then, just as Nick and his family were recovering from the shell shock of the storm and the flooding and trying to assess all of this damage, he took another body blow. He leads us to his side yard, where he'd set up a small engine repair business and a trailer full of tools he'd need for his new profession.
Last night, they were banging on doors. Anybody home? If you're not home, if we don't get a response from you, we're going to break your door down just to see if you're okay. They were all looters. I yelled out my window on a few occasions till I was exhausted, tired. I wake up this morning, they pushed my shed open and went through all my tools. I got nothing. Every tool that was hanging that was worth anything, all my air tools, there's nothing in the drawers but handprints.
Could these have been people who you knew, Nick?
It's sad to say, the neighborhood guys. It's
They
terrible.
knew you. You knew them.
Yeah, I knew one of them.
Camerata owns a house next door that was ruined by the flood. The tenant, Jeannie Valatudo, says she lost another home to a fire 2 years ago.
I can't even explain what did I do that the same thing happened to me twice. I just feel like, why me?
A tenant, an owner, his family, left with so very little, except
My kids are alive, my wife is alive, we could move on.
Nick says he came up with a slogan for his new business. When your engine's sick, call Dr. Nick. He says he's not Dr. Nick anymore, at least not for a while. He'll try to find work as a handyman. Brian Todd, CNN, Staten Island, New York.